Hello, so today we're going to be drawing at Hemenzu. I think I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but whatever. We're going to be drawing their OC. You can see me using a 3D model to help sketch out where the joints and the main parts of the body are going to be. I really do need to study anatomy so I can do that better on my own. You can see me shortening the legs because that's just not how this character works. You can see me giving them a jacket and painting on their clothing. I did all of this in the car, by the way, so if my lines seem a little shaky, that's why. But basically what I did for their OC is I took their OC and I put them in a goth outfit because I love goth clothing and I always will, so I decided to put a little goth twist on them. So you can also see me sketching with a whole bunch of different colors. That's how I differentiate from everything. And now you can see me working on the line art, which is very difficult when you're in a car and everything is super shaky. So this drawing actually took me a lot longer than it normally does. It took me actually twice as long. Normally I only spend like an hour on my art because my attention span is garbage, but for this one I was just kind of sitting in the car with nothing to do except work on this piece. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna lock in and I'm gonna get it done. It was like a 3-hour drive we were going on, so I was like, you know what, why not? So it took me about like 2 hours to finish it, I think. Maybe 2 hours and like 30 minutes or something like that. But I had a lot of fun drawing this character actually, because I don't know why, but I always love experimenting with outfits. I don't do it very often because it's simply really hard to draw, but I do love doing it. Now you can see me moving on to the hair. I really loved her hair. Her hair was so cute. I really need to work on drawing different hairstyles because I really don't do that very often. So now you can see the clean line work without the sketch underneath. I did forget a couple lines, but it's not that big of a deal because no one's really gonna notice. I'm fixing the waist a little bit because it felt off to me. Now I am coloring, finally. It took us a second to get there. I had to cut out a lot of the speed paint for some reason because apparently it was glitching and it wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. But you can see me laying out the base colors here. Since she was goth, I just made her wear a lot of black colors, so that was pretty simple. And I added a little bit of purple just for funsies because it's my favorite color, so why not? Here is where I start shading the skin. You can see it happening under the skirt and around the chest area. Now here is where I add some shading to the waist, and then I fix the shading on the chest and add some to the neck and the face. Then I added some shading to the legs, and then I started adding some gradients just to add in some more color. Then I moved on to shading the skirt and all of the other clothes. It was pretty easy to do since they were just black, so I started adding some highlights to the boots because I almost forgot about them. I'm gonna add laces here in a second. I just forgot to add them at the beginning. You can see me adding them in now. Then I realized that I forgot to add highlights to the skin, and so I went back and did that. Now here's where I started rendering the hair, and this is where I did something different, so you guys have to let me know if you guys like it, because I really like it, but I don't know if you guys will. But I added some highlights, and then I added a darker color around the highlight to make it seem more, glowy, I guess, and I think it looks really good for the hair. Then I added some fishnets, because why not? I love them. Also, I'm lazy, so I just copied and pasted it onto the other leg, and I morphed it to fit it, because I'm not doing all of that. Also, if you notice the time-lapse is a little choppy, I'm sorry about that. I had to slow it down, because I forgot to press record when I was in the car. Also, if you've noticed that there's no eyes yet, that is an intentional choice. I'm leaving those until the end, because those are really difficult, so I just wanted to procrastinate. And there they are, the eyeballs. So this is where I actually got my proportions wrong. They aren't the same size, and unfortunately I didn't notice that until after I already posted it, and so I had to fix it, and I just had to repost it, and it wasn't too big of a deal, thankfully. But you can see me adding in a background here when it is clearly not fixed yet, so just bear with me here. I also forgot to give her eyebrows for a hot minute, so that was embarrassing as well. So, yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna fix all of these mistakes in just a quick second. It's called the liquefy tool, you know, the lifesaver of all artists. Here you can see me using the liquefy tool to straighten up the eye, and then I add some eyebrows because I had forgotten those. Anyway, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. My art account is linked in my link tree, and it will be linked in the description. Please go check it out.